Dângelo died in the war in Ukraine just one day after his daughter turned 5. But before his death, this 34-year-old Brazilian had taken on a role that revealed just how much responsibility he had assumed on the battlefield. He was leading a combat unit. Dângelo Riberte Romulo Plácido left Brazil and traveled thousands of miles to enter one of the most violent wars in the world today. And his decision was also motivated by financial reasons. Like other Brazilians who traveled to Ukraine to fight, Dângelo enlisted believing he could earn a substantial salary. He had a family waiting for him back home in Brazil, and Dângelo was the main provider for his household. But according to his wife, Vilmara Souza, the reality he encountered in Ukraine was very different from what he had expected. She says her husband received amounts far lower than what had been promised. Even so, Dângelo remained in the war, and at some point during his time in the conflict, he became more than just another foreign fighter. According to news reports, he became responsible for leading a combat unit. That meant carrying not only a weapon, but also the responsibility for other soldiers in the middle of a war, and his performance also began to draw attention. According to Vilmara, Dângelo was standing out during missions and was entitled to receive bonuses for successfully completed objectives. Vilmara suspects that her husband's success may have created a rivalry within his own battalion. According to her, another sergeant allegedly went as far as to call for Dângelo's head. In his wife's view, his performance during missions and the bonuses he was entitled to receive may have been behind that rivalry. The family suspects that internal interests may have placed Dângelo in an even more dangerous situation, but there is no independent confirmation that betrayal played a role in his death. While all of this was happening in Ukraine, Dângelo was still making plans to return to Brazil. He wanted to see his family again, but time was running out. On December 8, 2025, his daughter turned 5. The very next day, December 9th, Dângelo was killed in combat in Ukraine during an assault mission against a Russian military bunker. He was only 34 years old. And there is one especially painful detail in this story. He was planning to return to Brazil to visit his family in January. He was only 1 month away. Dângelo never made that trip. Videos Dângelo had recorded in Ukraine continued circulating on social media after his death. Along with the grief, Vilmara was left facing financial difficulties. The man who had traveled thousands of miles to a war zone, hoping to improve his family's circumstances, would never return home. There are still many gaps in what is publicly known about Dângelo's time in Ukraine. On December 8th, a little girl turned 5. The very next day, she lost her father.